All right, let's dive into Saudi Arabia today.
Ooh, fun.
We're going deep, way past the headlines this time,
Okay.
using this book, Beyond the Sand.
Interesting.
It's all about finding those hidden gems in Saudi Arabia, you know?
The stuff most people miss.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine planning a trip,
Okay.
but not the typical spots everyone goes to.
Right, right.
We're talking about unexpected Saudi Arabia.
I love it.
Think like lush mountains instead of just desert, ancient cities,
They're cool.
maybe even world-class diving.
Ooh, I didn't know about that.
Get ready to have some stereotypes shattered.
Yeah, most people just picture endless desert,
No,
right?
no.
But Saudi Arabia's got this diversity that'll blow your mind.
I'm ready to be blown away.
So you've got that vast empty quarter. Yeah, the desert is huge.
It's iconic for a reason.
But then, bam! Red Sea coastline, teeming with life.
Wow, the contrast.
And then the Azir Mountains, green valleys up there, and the architecture is like nothing you've seen.
So it's not a one-dimensional landscape, that's for sure.
Nope, not at all.
All right, let's start with a place that's been getting a lot of buzz lately. Aula.
Oh, yeah.
The book describes it as like a city carved into sandstone cliffs.
Uh-huh.
Almost like Petra, but without all the tourists.
Oh, interesting comparison.
So what's the story there?
Well, Aula is home to Madain Salah,
Okay.
ancient city built by the Nabateans.
Now, those are the same folks who did Petra, right?
You got it.
Incredible.
They were amazing carving those tombs right into the rock.
Especially that massive one, Al-Hijr. I've seen pictures.
Oh, yeah. It's awe-inspiring, truly.
You get a sense of how grand that whole civilization was.
Definitely. And what's fascinating is Aula wasn't just a city of tombs, you know? They had this whole thriving capital, Dadain.
So more than just a burial ground.
Way more. Houses, temples, palace ruins. It's all over the place.
Man, now I'm really intrigued.
Picture it. Aula was on the ancient incense route. Oh, yeah. Major trading hub connecting all the way from the Mediterranean to Arabia, India, beyond.
So those caravans, loaded with frankincense and myrrh.
Exactly. Passing through this very spot centuries ago.
I can practically smell it.
It really brings history to life, doesn't it?
It does. So for anyone picturing Saudi Arabia as just endless sand dunes,
Right.
Aula proves how diverse it is, both the landscape and the history.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Now, speaking of landscapes,
Yeah.
ever heard of Jebel Firain?
Jebel Firain. Rings a bell?
It's also called the Edge of the World. How cool is that?
Ooh, that's a dramatic name.
It is. What makes this place so special?
Picture this. You're standing on a cliff,
Okay.
and in front of you, desert stretching as far as you can see.
Whoa.
That's Jebel Firain. Millions of years of erosion shaping the sandstone.
Wow.
So you have these dramatic cliffs and a tower in the middle, Al-Hajr they call it.
Oh, I've seen photos of that. It's stunning.
And then there are these rock formations called the Seven Sisters.
Okay, so it's a geological wonder, that's for sure.
It is, but there's more than just the view.
Oh. What else is there to do?
Well, if you're adventurous, they have hiking trails winding through the cliffs,
Nice.
rock climbing for the daring types,
I don't know about that.
and you can even go camel trekking under the stars.
Okay, now that sounds amazing.
It is pretty magical.
So we've got ancient cities, dramatic cliffs. What's next on our Saudi adventure?
Let's head to the Azir region. What do you say?
Asir Mountains, I'm in.
Good. Imagine trading those desert landscapes
Yep.
for cool mountain air, lush green valleys.
Okay, now this is something totally different.
Right.
Ready for it.
We're talking Abha and Kamis Mushet,
Okay.
two villages that really capture the essence of Asir.
Right.
They're nestled amongst terraced fields, fruit orchards,
Sounds idyllic.
and the views from Al Suda, highest peak in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So we're swapping desert mirages for mountain vistas, huh?
Pretty much.
And I hear there's adventure to be had in the Azir Mountains, too.
Oh, absolutely. Hiking, paragliding, exploring traditional markets.
I'm sensing a theme here.
It's a diverse region, but what I find truly captivating is the architecture.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
In Riyal Alma, the houses have these unique conical roofs,
Interesting.
and the souks, the markets, they're bustling with life.
So it's not justy about the scenery.
Not at all. You've got that rich cultural element, too.
What about the food? Anything unique to the region?
Asir has its own cuisine, influenced by the mountains.
Makes sense.
Think fresh honey, aromatic spices, hearty stews.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
Definitely something for the foodies to explore.
You've convinced me Asir is going on my bucket list. Awesome. Now, Can't go to Saudi Arabia without at least dipping my toes in the Red Sea, right?
Of course not. The Red Sea's a huge draw for tourists, and for good reason.
Yeah, Jeddah, Yanbu, those are the famous spots.
But there are hidden beaches, world-class diving spots.
Oh, I bet. Any recommendations? What are the lesser-known spots worth checking out?
Well, there's the Farison Islands, a group of 24 islands.
Okay.
Pristine waters, incredible marine life.
Sounds amazing.
You might even get to swim with dolphins there.
No way!
It's possible. And even closer to the mainland, you have places like, Lodge.
Right.
It's a laid-back coastal town, real chill vibe.
I like it.
Or Al Lith, with its coves and coral reefs.
Sounds idyllic.
It's a mix of everything.
Now, with all this beauty, we got to talk about sustainability.
Right. Important point.
Are they doing anything to protect those ecosystems?
Absolutely. Saudi Arabia is taking environmental responsibility seriously, especially in the Red Sea.
Good to hear.
They have marine sanctuaries to protect the coral reefs.
That's great.
And they're promoting responsible tourism practices.
It's encouraging to see that balance.
Definitely.
So we've seen mountains, deserts, coastlines, but every country has that place where its founding story comes alive, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where would that be in Saudi Arabia?
That would be Diriyah, the birthplace of the first Saudi state.
Interesting. Tell me more.
That's where the Al Saud family and the followers of Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab joined forces.
Powerful alliance.
It laid the foundation for the modern kingdom.
So, huge historical significance.
Massive.
What can you actually see there today?
Well, Diriyah's undergone a massive restoration project lately.
Okay.
The At Tarif district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow.
It's been beautifully restored.
That's great.
You can wander through the old town, see the traditional mud brick architecture.
And imagine life centuries ago.
Exactly. It's like stepping back in time.
Okay, get ready for this. We're about to visit the world's largest oasis.
Wait, what?
Right in the heart of the desert.
That sounds unbelievable.
We're heading to Al-Asa, a place that defies expectations.
Well, okay, now I'm really curious.
This oasis has flourished for millennia, thanks to these aquifers.
So underground water sources?
Yeah, feeding the springs and palm groves.
The world's largest oasis in the middle of the desert.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing.
What's it like to actually be there in Al-Asa?
Well, it's like stepping into a different world.
I can imagine.
You've got breathtaking views from Al-Kara Mountain,
Yep.
the historical Al-Kaisar Castle,
Cool.
and then the palm groves themselves.
Yeah.
They seem to stretch forever. It's incredible.
It's amazing they've managed to keep this oasis going for so long.
Right. And sustainably, too.
What's their secret?
Well, for centuries, they've used this system called falage.
Falage.
It's a network of underground channels transporting water from the aquifers.
Wow, ingenious.
It irrigates the palm groves.
Remarkable feat of engineering.
And a valuable lesson in sustainable living.
Definitely.
Al-Asa really shows you how humans can thrive in even the harshest environments.
It's inspiring.
Okay, for our last stop before we take a break, let's go off the beaten path, somewhere traditions are still alive.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
What about Najran?
Najran.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but don't know much.
It's a region steeped in history and culture.
Sounds promising.
A place where you can experience the authentic soul of Saudi Arabia.
Okay, you've got my attention.
What makes Najran so special?
Well, it's got this layered history, influences from all over.
Like what?
Sabaeans, Himyarites, Byzantines, and of course, Islamic civilization.
Wow, so much history.
You can see it reflected in the architecture, from the Al Ubaid Dam to the Al Najashi Mosque.
So, a history buff's dream. But is there more to Najran than just ruins?
Definitely. It's a vibrant cultural hub.
Okay, tell me more.
Their local crafts are renowned: pottery, weaving, and the music.
Oh, yeah.
It's this unique blend of Arabic and African influences.
So tradition is truly alive in Najran.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like stepping back in time, experiencing a culture that's been preserved for centuries.
Exactly.
We've covered so much ground already, from mountains to deserts to oases.
It's amazing.
It's clear Saudi Arabia has way more to offer than most people realize.
You're telling me I had no idea.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our exploration of these hidden gems.
Sounds good. I'm ready for more. We've journeyed from towering mountains to tranquil oases and even explored a marine sanctuary teeming with life.
It's been quite the adventure so far.
But Saudi Arabia's hidden gems, they go beyond landscapes, you know?
Oh, now you've got me intrigued. What else is there?
Well, have you considered their art scene?
Art scene. Not something I immediately think of with Saudi Arabia.
It's a blend of the traditional and contemporary, really dynamic.
Okay, tell me more. I'm curious now.
They're pouring investment into museums, galleries, cultural centers,
Wow,
breathing new life into the arts.
that's great to hear.
For example, the National Museum in Riyadh,
Okay.
it's got this phenomenal collection spanning centuries. You can trace the whole evolution of art in the region.
So from way back when to modern times.
Exactly. From ancient artifacts to Islamic art, all the way to contemporary Saudi pieces.
So they're not just showcasing the past, they're nurturing current artists too.
You got it. And it's not limited to museums. There's this whole movement of young Saudi artists pushing boundaries,
That's awesome.
experimenting with mediums, tackling social issues, even getting global recognition.
That sounds like a really exciting time for art in Saudi Arabia.
It is. But of course, they still celebrate traditional forms, too.
Oh, right, like what?
Pottery, weaving, calligraphy, skills passed down for generations.
Those are beautiful art forms.
You can find local markets, workshops, see the artisans in action.
I'd love to see that, the actual creation process.
It's mesmerizing.
And maybe snag a unique souvenir.
Definitely. Now, speaking of experiences, any interest in cultural events, festivals, a taste of those traditions firsthand?
Oh, absolutely. What are some of the highlights?
Well, you can't miss the Janadria Heritage Festival in Riyadh.
Okay,
It's massive, a true celebration of Saudi culture.
sounds amazing.
Traditional music, dance, camel races, poetry recitals, you name it.
Wow, sounds like Saudi Arabia really comes alive during these festivals.
It does. And if you're into the Azir region,
Right.
check out the Alula Winter Festival.
The Ula? I've heard good things.
It's all about showcasing that region's heritage, music, art, even the food.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
It's incredible, really, this embracing their heritage while opening up to the world.
It's a powerful combination.
Exactly. And that's what makes Saudi Arabia so intriguing right now.
I agree.
This balance of tradition and modernity, a country in transition, it's captivating.
It really is. This deep dive has been eye-opening.
Yeah.
I started with such a limited view of Saudi Arabia,
Many people do.
but Beyond the Sand has shown me the diversity, the depth.
I'm glad to hear that.
We've uncovered ancient history, explored incredible landscapes, even delved into this thriving art scene.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
There's always more to discover.
Always.
Yeah.
Countless hidden gems out there waiting.
So, to our listeners, if you're even a little bit intrigued by Saudi Arabia now,
Yeah.
what are you waiting for? Go explore it.
It's the perfect time.
A country evolving rapidly. Experience the magic before everyone else catches on.
I love that. And remember, travel isn't just about checking off destinations. It's about immersing yourself in new cultures, challenging your perspectives.
It's about growth.
It is. And creating memories that'll last a lifetime.
Beautifully said. Pack your bags, open your minds, get ready to be surprised by Saudi Arabia.
The unexpected wonders are waiting.
Until next time, happy travels, everyone.
We've journeyed from those towering mountains to those tranquil oases and even explored a marine sanctuary teeming with life. But Saudi Arabia's hidden gems, they go beyond just landscapes, you know?
You're right. We've seen so much already. What else does Beyond the Sand reveal?
Well, one aspect that's often overlooked is Saudi Arabia's art scene.
Their art scene. Really?
Yeah.
I have to admit, art wasn't something I immediately pictured when I thought about Saudi Arabia.
It's a fascinating blend of traditional and contemporary art forms, really dynamic.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Tell me more about this art scene.
Well, they're investing heavily in museums, galleries, cultural centers, you know,
Wow.
breathing new life into the arts.
That's fantastic.
For example, you've got the National Museum in Riyadh.
Okay.
Boasts a phenomenal collection spanning centuries.
Wow, what kind of stuff can you see there?
You can trace the evolution of art in the region,
From the beginning.
pretty much, from ancient archaeological artifacts to Islamic art and even contemporary Saudi Arabian pieces.
So it's not just about showcasing the past.
No, not at all.
They're supporting current artistic expression as well.
Exactly. And it's not confined to museums either.
Oh, that's great.
There's a growing movement of these young Saudi artists pushing creative boundaries.
So they're experimenting and trying new things.
They're experimenting with different mediums, addressing social issues through art, and gaining international recognition.
I love that. It sounds like a really exciting time for art in Saudi Arabia.
It really is.
Now, what about more traditional art forms?
Uh-huh.
Like, are those still being practiced and celebrated?
Absolutely. Saudi Arabia has a rich tradition of crafts, things like pottery, weaving, and calligraphy. These skills have been passed down through generations, you know?
Yeah.
And you can find local markets, workshops, See these artisans in action.
Oh, wow. I love that idea, witnessing the creation process.
It's really special.
And maybe even bringing home a unique handcrafted souvenir.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Now, speaking of experiences,
Yeah.
are you interested in cultural events or festivals at all?
Oh, absolutely.
Get a taste of those traditions firsthand.
Yeah, tell me more.
You cannot miss the Janadria Heritage Festival in Riyadh.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a true celebration of Saudi culture.
What kind of stuff happens there?
Traditional music and dance performances, camel races, poetry recitals, you name it.
Wow, it sounds incredible.
It really is. And if you're interested in the Azir region, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Check out the Alula Winter Festival.
Oh, the Winter Festival. Okay.
It showcases the region's unique heritage through music, art, even culinary experiences.
Oh, I love that.
It's incredible.
It sounds like Saudi Arabia really comes alive during these festivals.
It does.
You know, it's amazing to see how they're embracing their cultural heritage while also opening up to the world.
It's a delicate balance.
It is. And they seem to be doing a great job of it.
They really are.
This deep dive has been a true revelation.
I'm glad you think so.
I started with such a limited view of Saudi Arabia,
Ah,
but Beyond the Sand has opened my eyes to a country of such incredible diversity and depth.
that's what we were hoping for.
We've uncovered ancient history, explored breathtaking landscapes, and even delved into this thriving art scene.
And remember, this is just the beginning, really.
Yeah,
There are countless hidden gems still waiting to be discovered.
that's so true. Well, listeners, if Saudi Arabia has sparked your curiosity,
Yeah,
what are you waiting for? Go explore.
seriously.
This is a country that's evolving rapidly.
It is.
Experience its magic before everyone else catches on.
Couldn't agree more.
Travel isn't just about ticking off destinations, right? It's about immersing yourself in new cultures, challenging your perspectives, creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Beautifully said. Couldn't put it better myself.
So pack your bags, open your minds, get ready to be surprised by the unexpected wonders of Saudi Arabia.
You won't regret it.
Until next time,